morning, everybody. It is November 3rd. It's Friday, and it's time to go hunting. It'll be the first time for maybe an all-day hunt, and I'm excited about it, and hopefully we get some action. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hunter Gatherer channel, and it is Friday, November 3rd, and it's time to go hunting. Got the saddle ready to go, and I'm hoping to give it a 4 or 5 hours maybe this morning, or maybe if I'm feeling it, I'll just sit there all day. So we're gonna get there and hopefully have some activity. It's supposed to get warmer today than it's been. It's supposed to get up into like the mid-50s possibly. I had to drive to Syracuse the other day and saw a big buck with a doe locked down and a couple satellite bucks around it. So it's definitely going on. Just got to be in the right area. So we'll, hopefully that's where we'll be. I've had a pretty good morning so far. I had a flock of turkeys come around about, I don't know, they're about 80 yards from here. That was pretty cool. First thing in the morning. On my way up in, I spooked a couple of deer. Kind of crashed away. It was dark still. And then I came up a little bit farther, and then one of them blew. They took off. About 60 yards from me is a set of pines. And it's kind of like higher stem count behind me here, and they like to kind of stay on the edges between a hardwood and a pine, or on the edge of a field and things like that. So I thought this would be a kind of a good spot. There was a scrape about 40 yards from here down the hill last Friday when I did some scouting. And that buck that I kicked up was right in this vicinity. So that's kind of why I set up here. About 7:30 or 8 o'clock, as the sun was coming up, and it was just kind of shining into those pines from above my shoulder. I saw some movement, and then I saw antlers, but I saw 2 different deer. I used the grunt call, and they stopped, and then the one kind of popped out close, not close, but he came closer to me, and he circled around a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the camera on the arm, and messing with some other stuff, because I'm thinking, oh man, I might be able to get this on video if I hurry. Well, it didn't work out. So I think the 8 point, it was like an 8 or a 10. I don't know, I didn't get the greatest look at him, but he didn't have like a really a lot of mass or anything, but he was respectable. I would have shot him. And I think he was the younger deer though, because another buck came around, and he had a little bit more mass. He was taller. He had a couple of scars on his back from either fighting or whatever, and it was a 6 point, but he was like a really wide kind of crab claw with brow tines, and he came in 20 yards right there. Anyway, he came about 20 yards, and I probably should have shot him, but I was hoping that other one was going to come down so I could get a better look at both of them. And he just kind of circled around and went back up to the other buck, and I grunted a couple more times at them, and they just kind of walked away. So these guys aren't really in any kind of mood right now. They're just kind of cruising a little bit. And then a little bit after that, I had some does come up from below, about 80, 100 yards away, and worked their way up towards where the turkeys came out. That's been the morning so far. I don't know. Trying to decide how long I'm going to hang out. There's still a chance something could make their way up through here. And trying to make that decision if I stick around for a while. I also am considering getting down and moving up that direction just to see if I can figure out maybe a better tree, and maybe I'll do this again in the morning. Maybe those bucks will slink down through there again. So we got this little beech tree here, and those bucks, one of them or both of them, made a scrape on each side there. And this is that set of pines, and they were just cruising right down the edge here, and I was set up down the hill over there. So I'm thinking I might want to pop up in one of these trees here. Those turkeys had come right across over here. This is just a neat little spot. That's those pines. It's a big rectangle here, down to here, and there's this opening here with some oaks, and there's another set of pines just on the other side, about 40-50 yards apart. And so this is like a little area between the two sets of pines. They have some oaks that are dropping acorns in this area, and this is a neat little spot that kind of opens up, and the deer kind of hang out in both sets of pines here. So I might think about maybe popping up. Yeah, there's another scrape right there. So there's really using this little area. It's right here. Some little bit of poop in there. Definitely using this one too. So I'm going to figure out a way to get me into a tree near these two little beech trees that are. There's 3 scrapes right in this little spot. So, and then maybe I'll come back here tonight, and I'm definitely going to be here in the morning if nothing happens tonight. Hey everybody, I'm back in a tree. I'm about 80 yards above where I was earlier this morning. And I just had that like 6 or 7 point walk just about right under me. I'm up pretty high because the wind is kind of blowing across, and I wanted to be to where the wind would blow past this opening. It seemed to work with that buck anyways. This is kind of a cool setup. I've got a big maple tree that I'm on, and I got this little maple right behind me, and it's got a branch, and I'm just kind of, that's right on my back, so I'm kind of just leaned right against it. The wind is blowing pretty good, so it's kind of swaying both trees. It's kind of getting a weird effect to it, but it's pretty noisy. There's still a bunch of leaves on the oaks that are right near me, so they're making quite a bit of cover sound. I didn't hear that buck until he was like 30 yards away. I contemplated shooting him, not gonna lie, since it's like I've been out a couple of quick times, and this is the first day I've been out for very long, so, and I gotta work next Saturday, so I'm not seeing a lot of more days in the woods between today and tomorrow. Tomorrow starts crossbow. I'm gonna try to get Joy out here. I've got a scrape directly below me. I've got a scrape to my left, about 20 yards away, maybe 15. I got the main scrape about 20 yards diagonal from the other two. And then there's another little beech tree with two scrapes about 25 yards the other way. I told Joy I passed on that buck, and she said, "Why?" I said, "I don't know." So you can shoot it in the morning. And she says, "I don't know if I'm hunting." It's 3:45, so got another almost 3 hours. Anything can happen. I'm hoping somebody a little bigger comes by. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. But yeah, they're down there. They're down there right almost under the tree that I was in this morning, these suckers. I can see about 10 of them walking around. Right, yeah, spring was the whole month, but it changed. fun though. That was cool. You walked in and just ate the whole way, and you walked right under the tree. I was wondering if that vest was going to get me in trouble. He didn't like it, but he didn't blow, and he didn't take off hard. He just kind of moved and then ate some more acorns. So I don't know, I got a feeling that there's still a chance. Both of those bucks came from the other side and walked their way right up through. Just need a big boy to do it. But man, I'm having a good time. The first one came through at like 3:30. That one came through at like 4:30. So still got some time. I think we got 2 more hours of shooting light. So I need to get me one of those little hooks. I've seen guys on the saddle hunting pages and other areas that, like, if they forgot something on the ground, they can hook it to their bow rope and toss it down and hook whatever it is and bring it up. It's like a grappling hook kind of thing. I could get that vest if I had one. I probably could make something here quick, but just use a piece of tree branch or something, but I'm not too worried about it. Just really enjoying my time in the tree. that's the end of November 3rd's hunt. That was a good day. Saw 5 different bucks, and probably should have shot that 6-point. The one in the morning. I didn't get him on video, but he was right under my stand, and he looked like an older buck, but maybe I'll see him in the morning and we get a better look at him. So that's going to be it for tonight. Planning on being out first thing in the morning. It's crossbow tomorrow morning opens. I don't think I'm planning on using one, but maybe somebody will come with me. We'll see. So I'm going to sign off for now. I just want to let you know we love you. God loves you, and we'll see you on the next one. And in the morning, I'm hoping to let an arrow fly. All right, see you later.